Well, how y'all doing out there? Happy Saturday and welcome back to my little channel. On this here Saturday gloomy afternoon, I'm here making some mozzarella stuffed meatballs. That's what I am doing. I'm going to make it with some angel hair spaghetti. So what I did, I already prepared it and everything. I had 2 big things of meat. So what I did, I used some mozzarella sticks, and I cut the mozzarella sticks in, I cut them like in half. So yeah, I took these Kraft mozzarella sticks right here, I lined them up, and I cut them in half. And then what I did was, I mixed up my meat. The meat was mixed up in this bowl right here. Now, I took some ground beef. I added some breadcrumbs. So these are the Progresso breadcrumbs. I took 1 egg. I also used some onion powder, and I also used some garlic powder, and I also used a little bit of Worcester sauce. Okay, that weird word that we can't pronounce. I used some of that inside of the raw meat that I had in here. I also used some seasoning salt. I cut up half an onion. You can put as much onion there if you like. To me, I love onion, but I just put like a half an onion there. It's finely chopped up. And some chopped spinach. So that's what I did. I took some baby spinach and I cut it up real fine and got it looking like this right here. So you see, this is, you have to sear this first. So I'm frying this up some before I put it in the oven. Right now I have the oven on 355. It's being preheated. It's been preheating now for about a half an hour. So this is going to be really, really good. So I'm going to add my other meatballs to this. I made 16 huge meatballs. Huge. Now, when you mix up your raw meat, make sure you season it. Make sure you can like really smell the seasoning really good. I did put some black pepper and stuff in there too. So, but you want to make sure it's seasoned because, you know, of course, we cannot taste raw meat. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to end up in nobody's hospital, okay? But make sure it's seasoned. Because you know when you can smell that seasoning real good, you know it's seasoned. So I did put some black pepper in here too. So I can smell the seasoning very good. So, and also too, make sure you have your some Parmesan cheese. Okay, this is a grated 5 cheese blend. And you're gonna put this on top of it. Once everything is done, you're gonna kind of put this cheese on top. And you can also either use this spaghetti sauce, or you can use like a marinara sauce. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this Prego sauce, I'm going to put this inside the skillet once the meat and everything is finished. So once I put the meat inside the oven, I'm going to go ahead and put on my angel hair spaghetti, because you know spaghetti don't take that long to cook. So, but I'm going to put this inside the skillet and kind of like get all the flavors together. I have garlic and all that kind of stuff. I have fresh garlic in here too. You can also use fresh garlic if you like. I have garlic powder and a little fresh garlic in the meat, and also in the skillet. So I'm going to put this in the skillet once the meat is done for more flavor. And basil leaves, you can put this inside the raw meat, or you can just sprinkle this on top once it's done. Or you can kind of put this like inside of the your marinara sauce or your meat sauce. But I put this inside the raw meat itself. So basil leaves can be all up in that meat, okay, for added flavor. I'm also going to put this a little bit inside the skillet once I start to prepare my Prego meat here, my meat sauce. So really, basically, to keep it kind of simple, you're preparing this like you're making a meatloaf, okay? Only thing about it, you're gonna take your meat though. Once you crack your egg, put your seasonings and stuff in there, your breadcrumbs and your spinach and everything, your chopped spinach. You're going to flatten out your meat as if you're making a hamburger. You're gonna put a piece of mozzarella cheese in the middle, along with your. See, I put spinach in the middle and also outside of it. But you're going to put your mozzarella cheese and stuff in the middle of it, right? And then you're going to start balling it up, start rolling it up with that cheese in the middle, okay? So that's how you get the cheese in there to stuff it. So that's what you're going to start doing. Yeah, so if you know how to make a meatloaf, this will be a very easy recipe. All you're doing is adding cheese and some spinach in the middle. Like I said, make it out of a patty like you're doing a hamburger, and to start balling it up, and then you're going to just sear it a little bit like I'm doing here. Now, I am about ready to chop up some more fresh baby spinach, so I can go ahead and put some more of the spinach inside of my sauce. I got a mess to clean up too. I'll tell you the truth. I got to take stuff out to the trash and recycle bin. Yeah, I just started cooking all this stuff about over an hour ago. But, you know, let me turn my camera on and just show folks what I'm cooking here. Yeah. Tomorrow's Easter Sunday, and I just want to do something different. You know what I'm saying? And tomorrow, I'll probably make some hot honey chicken. So, that would be delicious. Yeah. Just a little bit of something here. Let this simmer. Yeah, then once you cook your meat, though, don't just use the juices and just a little bit of oil from your meat for more flavor. Like I said, I already had garlic and everything inside of my skillet. I made a mess here, so I gotta clean all this stuff. I let it clean as I go, cause honey, look, it is what it is right now, but I get to it. Right now, I'm just letting this simmer. So I'm about to put this the meat in the oven for about 20 minutes. I did add some more chopped spinach to my sauce. So, because I love spinach. I'm a green freak. I think I love all green veggies. So I just added just a little bit more. Yep. Okay, just put my water on for my spaghetti. My angel hair spaghetti. I like angel hair. Thin spaghetti is fine, but me, I like to go a little thinner. I always did like angel hair spaghetti. It's just, I don't know. To me, this goes better with everything. Okay, I can go over this again because I did this kind of fast. I mean, even for myself, I did this kind of fast because that's just who I do. I just do stuff quick. But anyway, start off with raw meat, okay? You're going to put 1 egg, okay? And again, it depends on how much meat you make. If you make a whole bunch of meat, I would suggest you crack 2 eggs, 2 raw eggs, okay? In a big bowl. You're going to use breadcrumbs. You're going to use seasoning salt, okay? I put fine garlic powder and onion powder inside of my my raw meat. I put some black pepper in my raw meat. I also put this Worcestershire sauce. That's how you say it? Okay. I did that. And move this out the way right here. I put half an onion. If you, again, you can do as much onion as you want to. And this is all of your raw meat, okay? And I put spinach. Baby spinach. Finely chopped, okay? And like I said, I used this right here, Kraft natural cheese, mozzarella cheese. I just took these sticks, I just cut them in half, okay? And like I said, you're going to take all your ingredients. You're going to mash your ingredients. Make sure you get everything, once you get everything together, like you're making a meatloaf, you're going to take your ingredients, you're going to take that meat and everything, you're going to pat it down with your hand, or you could do it with a flat spatula. Don't do the spatula that has the slots, the holes in it. Do it with an all flat spatula, no slots, okay? Then you are going to do it like as if you're making a hamburger. You're gonna mash it down. You're gonna pat that down real good, or mash it down with a spatula. Get it as flat and wide as you possibly could, okay? Then you're gonna take a half of that We'll take your baby spinach first, your finely chopped baby spinach. Put your baby spinach in there. Then put a piece of mozzarella cheese in there. Okay, you're going to do that. Then you're going to take that meat and you're going to fold it up and you're going to make a ball out of it. Okay, that's how you do that. And then that's when you put it on the stove to sear it. Just use a little bit of oil, not too much, a little bit. And you're going to take fresh garlic, like what I did. I took a fresh garlic clove. I took 2 cloves. I put one of them went inside the bowl. Okay, so if you want to put fresh garlic inside your raw meat, you can do that. So that's fine, but it's optional. But I put raw garlic inside my skillet before I put the meat in there with the oil and kind of let it, like, you know, get some flavor in there. Yep, before you put the meat in there, you do that. Then you put the meat inside there and make sure you kind of turn the meat a little bit. Make sure the meat cook on the sides. Okay. That's how my meatballs are looking so far. You see all the cheese oozing out. Ooh, child. And my water is still boiling for my my angel hair. Now the water you see how it looks kind of. It's trust me, the water's fine, child. I put garlic powder inside of it instead of salt. I put garlic powder to make the spaghetti more flavorful. Yeah, so it's garlic powder. And again, you can either use the grated Parmesan cheese for your topping, or you can use the Italian style 5 cheese blend grated. You see this has the different cheeses in it, so it don't matter, honey. As long as it's shredded. You can use mozzarella cheese, whatever you want to use on top, okay? On top of your meatballs, okay? On top of your meatballies, whatever you want to use, it'll work. You know, it's a beautiful day today, but it is gloomy and a little warm outside today. And I thank God for it. But you know what? I'm in this kitchen. I got the oven and the stove on, child. I'm ready to drink me this right here. My sparkling ice. I ain't playing. I'm thirsty. Alrighty, I got my angel hair spaghetti in there, so I just put that in there. So let that boil for a few minutes, and we're gonna just keep it moving, okay? I got my sauce sitting back here waiting. Yeah, waiting, ready. I just dug into one of these. Oh my God, it tastes so good, and the season just right. It's not too salty or anything like that. It's just right, And I made 16 huge meatballs. So yeah, so I seared 16 of them. Now I'm baking 16 of them. They've been on now for about 35 minutes. So I'm gonna give it maybe 5 more minutes, and they are coming out, and they're gonna be smothered with that sauce. Now I took the meatballs out of the oven, and I did put my sauce on top of the meatballs. Now I'm gonna put this back in the oven, just for we're gonna say about 7 to 10 minutes, okay? You see the cheese oozing right here? Child, that's going to be, We're going to be sleeping about a half night after eating this. Now, the recipe for this actually called for this to be, for it to be seared, but also for it to bake for about 20 minutes on 455. I said no. That's why I seared it. And I said I'm going to go ahead and bake it on 355. Because at 455, child, that's almost 500 degrees. And I ain't going to turn this oven up that damn high. It's hot outside, okay, right now. And I appreciate the heat. You understand? Because we had a crazy winter. But yeah. So I got my oven on 355. And trust me, everything worked out just fine. So let me go ahead and let these bad boys bake for another few more minutes. And go ahead and get my spaghetti together. Yeah, so now I got my spaghetti. You see the smoke coming off of it, so I got it draining right here. So yeah, and one of my colanders, my little strainer right here. So I said, let me go ahead and just let the water and stuff get out of it first, because you don't want like, even if you're making just regular like spaghetti and spaghetti sauce, you don't want that water, you know what I'm saying, be all in your sauce and stuff, make your sauce all watery and grossed out. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. So let my spaghetti sit for a minute. Make sure the water is all drained out of it. Okay. take this 5-blend cheese and put this all on the top. Yes, indeedy. And my spaghetti is all done. And everybody is ready to eat. Smells absolutely wonderful. Look, my spaghetti behind. Look, I'm putting all. I love Parmesan cheese and all that stuff on top of my Italian food. It'd be so freaking good. Yeah, I think that's enough. If family wants some more, they'll put some more in there. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Right there. This is the finished look, okay? It is so delicious. So, like I said, I think everybody gonna be asleep in the next less than an hour after they eat this. It is so good. It's very filling. I made 16 meatballs, and this was not a quick meal, so this ain't nothing quick. I mean, unless you're gonna make maybe about 5, 6 meatballs or whatever. But like I said, I made 16 of these bad boys. I have a friend. He's gonna come over here. He said, Denise, you know, I love your cooking, so I'm going to come over there and give me a couple meatballs. I said, yeah, they're huge. They're about the size of my fish now. I had so much meat, and I used, like I said, I made 16 stuffed with cheese, mozzarella cheese, and spinach meatballs. So, like I said, you can put any kind of cheese on top. You can put cheddar, sharp, whatever. You can sprinkle it on top, but it is so delicious on top of this spaghetti. Or you can have it by itself. You can make it with a like a meatball sandwich or whatever, but you can make them as big as you want or as small as you want. Since I had so much meat, I just made mine pretty big because one really will fill you up. But bon appetit. Thank you so guys. So I'm tired, y'all. Thank you so very much, you guys, so very much for watching me. I'm gonna go ahead and eat, lay back. I'm done for the day. I had a very busy Saturday. This day before Easter, we went shopping. I took my mom out to shop. I planted some marigolds, and I cut the grass. Oh my God, I'm a busy woman, y'all. Y'all just don't know. I'm busy. And then this right here, this meal, this prep right here was about, to do this meal from beginning to end was about 2.5 hours. So like I said, it's not a quick meal. So, and again, depends on how many meatballs you're going to make. So like I said, I made 16. So like I said, if you make a few, you're probably good. But you know, if you make as many as I made, yeah, you're gonna be cooking for a while. But God bless. Happy Easter. You guys take care. Lay low. Stay out of the way. And I will get back with you guys on my very, very next video. Thank you so much for watching. This food is delicious. God bless. Deuces.